Very warm welcome to Yogi Ram podcast. Today we have the pleasure of introducing Shalini ji, an inspiring voice in personal development and self-growth. She now holds a global role at Fortune 500 company, showcasing her incredible journey from a small village to a prominent position in one of the top 10 software organizations. With management degree from IIM Kozhikode and IIM Jammu, Shalini ji blends academic excellence with extensive real-world experience. In her debut book, The Judgment Trap, she shares her remarkable story and provide actionable strategies from overcoming fear and judgment, empowering readers to embrace their authentic selves. Currently residing in Mumbai and continues to inspire others to pursue their dreams and living purposefully. Join us as we dwell into her insight and experience that can help us all unlock our potential. वेरी वार्म वेलकम शालिनी मैम, आपका योगीराम पॉडकास्ट में बहुत बहुत स्वागत है एंड थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर योर प्रेशियस टाइम.
Thank you, Yogesh. Thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to talk and connect with people. Thank you so much.
Ma'am, moving to the first question, please share your journey from Nalanda to a global role at Fortune 500 company.
Yeah, sure. So, Yogesh, my journey started from a small village in Nalanda, which is a district in Bihar. Quite a popular place, by the way, because Nalanda gave the first residential university to this world. And I was born there, but I was brought up in Jamshedpur, which is in Jharkhand. और मेरी वहीं पढ़ाई हुई. So till 12th, I was there. And then, resources were limited, but my dreams were limitless. Of course, I wanted to do a lot in my life. So and so facing judgment for my backgrounds and English speaking, I also struggled a lot with self-doubt. So I moved from Jamshedpur, I moved to Visakhapatnam for my graduation, and then I moved to Hyderabad for my MBA. And from there, my journey started. So I have moved from a lot of different places in India that really taught me how life actually treats you when you go to different places. So I actually embraced the fail forward formula, learning from setbacks instead of just fearing them. And also my education at IIM Kozhikode, IIM Jammu further shaped my confidence. And eventually I landed a global role in a Fortune top, not only 500 companies, Fortune 10 100 company. And so my journey is actually a proof that when you break free from this judgment trap, that something is stopping me, you actually can achieve anything in this world. So, and nothing is impossible after that.
Very true, ma'am. Ma'am, taking the next question, and yes, everyone wants to know about that. What inspired you to write The Judgment Trap?
Yeah. So this book is very close to my heart, Yogesh, if you ask me. This book is very personal. This book is deeply personal. This is my story. I have struggled at every places, because more than we think that people are judging you, it's ourselves. It's we who actually judge ourselves, self-judgment. So I spent years battling the fear of judgment, hiding in a washroom to avoid speaking in English. बहुत डर लगता था क्या हुआ होगा अगर मैं नहीं बोल पाऊंगी English, because at the year of 19 I left my hometown Jamshedpur and I moved to Visakhapatnam, which was a completely different place. People were different, culture were different. The way they were looking at people were different. So, it was always like doubting my own worth, holding back from opportunities. But once I cracked this judgment-free code, when you don't have to think about judgment, and my life actually transformed. And I wanted to share these lessons, especially with young professionals and students. So, they don't fear and they don't let fear dictate their life. Let us not think what people are thinking, and let's not lose your true self. So this book is a way of helping others escape this judgment trap and embrace their true self. So this book is telling that if I can do, everyone can do in this world.
Ma'am, moving to the next question, and yes, it is in general also. When you were writing your book, you must have gone through thesis and you must have gone through the analytics also. So what are some common fears people face when pursuing their dreams? And yes, ma'am, of course, what were your common fear that you have overcome?
Yeah, it's a great question actually, Yogesh. A lot of fear that we face, and maybe fear is one topic like judgment, where I'm going to write a book on this topic itself. So the biggest fear, which not only I did face in the past, but also people face it, fear of failure. What if I don't succeed? क्या होगा अगर मैं fail हो गया तो? And this is a big fear that everybody has around us. Many, you can see a lot of people who are low, who look confident, but consciously they are also fearful. Oh, kya hoga if I don't succeed? So I think the biggest fear that we all face is fear of failure. Second biggest fear that we all face is fear of judgment. What will people think? And we all know somewhere in our heart that this is one fear which we all have. Log kya kahenge, there is a saying in Hindi, सबसे बड़ा रोग क्या कहेंगे लोग, which is
Right.
a big problem. I think that the third fear which we all suffer, which again we have to come out, is fear of rejection. What if I'm not good enough? And because of that, we try to fit in everywhere. यहाँ कैसे fit हो, वहाँ कैसे fit हो? People, I have to be extrovert. I'm an introvert. I'm not a party person. A lot of stuff, and this is a mixture of everything, all the fears. And I think the biggest fear which we all face and which we have to deal with is the fear of change. Can I really step out of my comfort zone? This is a big fear that everybody has. And in my book, The Judgment Trap, I have actually, focused on this, that instead of what if I fail, we should ask, what if I grow? What if I do that? What will they think? Do not think what people are going to think. Just think what value I'm going to add to the society. So I think fear is inevitable. We all have that, but it doesn't have to control you. And we have to get out of that. So it's a skill, and we all have to start dealing with it. So yeah.
I'm moving back to the education. How did your education at IIM Kozhikode and IIM Jammu shape your career?
There is a story about my different, because I have done MBA 3 times. So I was from a middle class family, and obviously during 90s, when I had seen how our parents are struggling, and हमें वो देने के लिए जो उन्हें नहीं मिला, and my father really struggled, but he made sure कि मैं अच्छी जगह पढ़ूं, अच्छा एजुकेशन मिले. And at that point in time, the place I belong to, Bihar and Jharkhand, I was from a very Hindi medium school. Till 2000, जब मैं बिहार में थी, Jamshedpur was a part of Bihar, because 2000 में बिहार झारखंड अलग हुआ. And English was an extra language. You don't have to learn English, by the way. So this was the biggest fear that I had, कि मैं English कैसे बोलूंगी. And Sanskrit was something that we used to read. And I had that, I had that fire that I need to study, I need to learn. मुझे बहुत पढ़ाइयाँ करनी है, मुझे ये करना है, मुझे ये करना है, मुझे फॉरेन यूनिवर्सिटी में जाना है. But my father had some limitations कि वो नहीं कर सकते थे. So what I decided कि let me just मैं एक बार पैर पे अपने खड़ी हो जाऊं, मैं एक बार उस लायक बन जाऊं. When I study, I can study whatever I want. So I did my first MBA from Hyderabad. And then I took a lot of degrees, like Kozhikode, IIM Kozhikode, which is one of the renowned place. IIM Jammu, and that really gave that that confidence in me. And obviously, the more you study, your mindset changes. You grow as a person. So obviously, it had a lot of role in my life. And every day I can see the difference. In my confidence, the way I deal in life. So
Moving to the insights of books, what strategies do you recommend for overcoming social anxiety?
social anxiety is a big problem, by the way, and at 70% of this world suffers from it. And this is a data. I'm not saying it's a data; it's a proven data. Social anxiety is a problem. It's a disorder. It's called SAD, social anxiety disorder, which we all have. हम सबको डर लगता है parties में जाकर small talk से कैसे बात करेंगे, अजनबियों से कैसे बात करेंगे. So I have given a lot of, actually in my book I have mentioned a lot of, because I have suffered and I have grown, I have learned, and I know what it feels when you feel you have that anxiety. So there are a lot of way I have given in my book how to tackle in the judgment trap. First is use the here and clear method. So you have to you have to be in the present and stop thinking what will happen. Stop being in the future. Stop overthinking. Just be in present and deal it the way you can, and life will teach you how to deal with it. Then reframe your thoughts. The second way is reframing your thoughts. How society will judge me. Just turn it that I have value to share in the society. When you start thinking that I'm adding a lot of value to society, you stop getting those fear, and you get out of that trap. Maybe. And then third is start small. We all think, okay, one day I will be confident and I'll go and I'll do this and that. That never happens. We have to start small, practicing maybe speaking up in low pressure situations, maybe within your family, and then going and doing a big presentation. That works. Start small, and then that helps us grow, right? And I think the most important part, we should start celebrating our small wins, because we have big goals and we do, okay, जब मैं ये करूँगा तब मैं खुश होऊंगा. That never happens. I know that. So we have to start. We have to understand our progress. Small progress makes that growth that we wanted. So confidence is built step by step, and it's not overnight. It takes time, and I think that we should celebrate every step that we take in our life. So yeah, these are few methods to tackle the anxiety and the fear we have.
Ma'am, moving to personal question, please share a significant challenge you faced and how you overcome.
There are a lot of challenges I faced, obviously, and because of that, today I could write a book. So I think out of many, one which I can remember very clearly was when I moved to a new city when I was 19, when I moved from Jamshedpur to Visakhapatnam. And I was a very simple girl, Hindi speaking girl, and I had no clue. And that was the first time I ever left my home without my parents, and I had no clue how to deal with people, how to deal with everything around you. And and I used to feel very out of place, because of the language, because of the people, everything. But suddenly you go from Jharkhand to Andhra Pradesh, and then obviously you have a big change. And in India, luckily, you don't have to go to some other foreign country to experience that. We can experience in India. So it was tough. It was very tough, struggling with English, feeling out of place. I was super underconfident, and I didn't know how to do, what to do. But I focused on learning, and I worked on my confidence step by step, as I mentioned. And with this low confidence, I thought, okay, so more than I used to think people are judging me, I was judging myself. And luckily, coincidentally, I topped my class. And then I realized, it's not people who are judging me and making me feel small. It's me who is doing it. So that proving that struggle, that struggle was kind of a stepping stone for me to grow. So I think that was one of the biggest challenge that I faced, and I came out of it, and grown as a person.
Great. Ma'am, talking in the same context, what advice would you give to young woman or youngster pursuing the career into tech?
Sometimes the best skill you can have is believe in yourself. The first thing that you have to do is believe in yourself. You have to own your space. There's no one in this world like you. You're unique, आप different हैं, and we have to celebrate our differences. You have to celebrate your individuality, your authenticity. It's very important to like yourself. Oh, मैं जैसी हूँ, मैं अच्छी हूँ. You don't have to change yourself for everyone around, people around you, because this society, this family, everybody will try to change you for them, and you don't have to change. So first thing I would say, believe in yourself, own your space, and don't let biases define you. What others are thinking, what others are saying, it's not you. You should know who are you, what is your core characteristics, who are you as a person. So knowing yourself is very, very important. So I think keep learning and advocating for yourself, stand for yourself, be your true self, be authentic, don't change. And I think one thing which I would say differently, what others are saying, people keep telling everyone, go and be, I know you should be go-getter, I would say you should be go-giver, right? The more you give to this society, the more you receive in return. So whenever somebody's telling you go and be a go-getter, just go and be a go-giver. More you give, the more you receive. Give more to the society, everyone around you, and you will receive everything back in return. So I think that's in a nutshell.
Getting to the next question about more into criticism and judgment. How do you handle criticism and judgment from others?
This is very, very important question. Because of this criticism and judgment, the way we take judgment, I wrote this book, and this book is all about how to deal with this judgment. So we have to understand that others' opinion cannot define our worth. What people are saying and what people are giving you as a feedback or criticizing you, it has nothing to do with you. It's their personal feeling for you. It's their perception for you. It's not you who they're not criticizing you as a person. They're criticizing the concept of you. So that we need to understand. So even I had to face a lot of criticism and feed a lot of negative feedbacks, but we have to focus on constructive feedback, and you have to ignore the noise around. So that's very, very important. Focus on the constructive. If somebody is giving you a feedback, take the good thing and avoid the part which can disturb you. And we should remember that feedback or criticisms are like treasures. No, it's actually a great thing. If somebody is giving you feedback, you should be happy about it, because that always pushes you to be your best. If somebody is giving you feedback, somebody is giving actually doing a good thing for you, you should be thanking them. And because if feedback is taken in the right way, judgment is taken in the right way, it's always going to improve you as a person. So that's the only important part, improving you as a person. So one of the best skill that we should learn today, taking feedback and judgments in the right way. If somebody is telling you that okay, you can improve, don't take it in a bad way, take it in a positive way and improve yourself, because we all need improvements every day. So yeah, this is one skill that we all should learn, how to handle criticism or judgments in a good way, in a right way. So judgment can be a good tool and bad tool. You have to understand how to deal with it.
Great, great, great. I'm moving to the next question about your book. What impact do you hope your book will have on readers?
Yeah, I mean, this is something that I keep thinking day and night, because my book was launched last month, and trust me, I really want my readers to walk away feeling empowered, walk away feeling, oh, I'm actually a great person. Why was I thinking कि मुझ में ये problem था? I, knowing that they are capable of breaking free from the fear and owning their potential without the fear of judgment. So I obviously want my readers to break free from this judgment trap. Do not think what people are thinking about you, and just live your life. Live your life as an individual, as a true, authentic person, and forget everything which is holding you back and not allowing you to be your true self. So just feel empowered and just feel free. This book is all about breaking free anything which is holding you back, and just be your true self, because being true self is a superpower. Everybody cannot have it. So yeah.
Great, great, great. Now, moving to the next question about personal growth and cultivating the mindset of growth and learning. So, what is the biggest misconception about personal growth and how we can cultivate a mindset of growth and learning?
I think the biggest misconception about personal growth, Yogesh, is that it happens overnight. It doesn't happen overnight. Growth is a process. Growth is step by step process, which we learn every day. And every day we should learn, because there is a saying, and I completely believe in that the day you stop learning, actually you stop living. Because if you're not learning, you're not actually living. Human beings are made to learn. We are here to learn. So I think the biggest misconception that one day I'll be a confident person, one day I'll learn this, that doesn't happen. You have to start today. It's a step by step process. It doesn't happen overnight. You have to work towards it. Growth is a journey. It's not a destination. And we all have to decide where we have to grow, and we should plan how we want to grow, what we want to do in our life. So everything is in your mind. So I think we all have to stop thinking that it would happen one day. It doesn't work like that. You have to start working today, and then definitely it will happen one day. So maybe 1% rule every day. If we improve 1%, one day we will be the masters or experts in whatever we want to do. So that's the best way to handle this.
Ma'am, moving to another technical question, or rather say my favorite one. What techniques do you use to manage stress and maintain well-being, excelling into various role, family, and in the business, and the company that you are helping, right? The team that you are leading.
Yeah, this is important. And one thing about stress, people actually define stress in a very different way. Sometimes a positive stress is important, and positive stress actually pushes you to work towards the best part, or being the best person which you want to be one day. So I think what I do to manage stress, yes, we all have stress. I have family. I have two small kids to manage. I have a full-time job to do, and a lot of expectation. I manage different countries, and then I also wanted to contribute to the society, because why we can't just we can't contribute when we busy in our life. So that was my belief. So I think the best way to manage stress is mindfulness, and deep breathing, reminding yourself that from where you have started. And that's really important, because what we do, we start comparing ourselves with people who are today at your position. Just don't forget where have you started, because you don't know other story where they have started. And we all have good stress in our life, we should take that in a positive way. And so for me, the best way to manage stress is obviously mindfulness and also connecting with your higher self, which is really important. When you feel connected, you have somebody to talk, and you can actually share something which you can't share with anybody else. So
I'm talking into the same context. How do you approach failure and setbacks?
yeah, I mean, this is again very very important and very very good question, Yogesh, that people actually everyone have this. And I mentioned before, this is one of the big fear which we all have, fear of failure. But one formula which I love, which I personally love, and the that formula actually made me a mature person in last 10 years, you can say. So it's really important to fail fast and fail forward, which is very 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 important. So we all should have fail fast and fail forward mindset. So we have to understand that every setback is a setup for a comeback, which is very very important. There's nothing called setback. When you're having a setback, understand that something good is going to happen, and this is just a setup for that. And I think, if I keep telling this to people, failure is a free MBA that you're getting. Because success can sometimes only make you a very overconfident person, sometimes happy for some time. But failure teaches you something which you always keep with you in your life. So failure is a good teacher, is the best teacher that we all have, and we should never take failure as a setback. So I think it's a good quote which we can repeat, that every setback is a setup for a comeback.
Great, man. Great, man. I'm moving to your career. What are some key lessons that you have learned from your career in marketing?
I'm in marketing from last 15, 16 years, Yogesh, and marketing is again a mindset. Because a lot of us think marketing is about promoting something and selling something. No,
Right.
marketing is all about solving somebody's problem. Marketing is all about finding out pain which people are having. Let it be a B2B or B2C, wherever you go, whichever company you work, whichever business you have. If you have identified the right problem, and if you have the solution for that problem, and if you can add value, if you can solve somebody's problem in a right way, you are actually doing a real marketing. So marketing is all about being empathetic. Marketing is all about understanding your customers, and just keep thinking how you can solve their problem in a much better way. And marketing is all about improving every day. Whatever you do, you can do much better than today for your customers. So yeah, so I think again we can finish this answer that marketing is a mindset, and the more you understand your customer, the better marketeer you are.
Great, great. I'm taking the next question, a big one. How do you define success in your life?
Yeah, success is again this is a very tricky question, and everybody has this question in their mind. Success is again a very personal stuff. And definition of success is very personal. जो मेरे लिए सक्सेस होगा वो मे बी आपके लिए ना हो. मेरे लिए सक्सेस मे बी बेस्ट सेलिंग ऑथर बनना है, बट आपके लिए वो ना हो. So success is something which makes you happy. So you have to decide what is success for you. And I think somewhere I feel when you reach at a point when you are happy, and when you have a satisfaction that you are adding value to people, that is success. There are many people today in this world who are very successful, but they are not adding value to anyone. So this is their own success. This is success in their own mind. But for me, success is when you start contributing and adding value to society, when you start inspiring people, when you start helping people solve their problem, you're successful. Whatever you do, somebody just selling a tea, एक चाय वाला कहीं पर खड़ा हो, और मे बी एक वड़ा पाव, बिकॉज इन मुंबई वड़ा पाव इज इम्पोर्टेंट. सो अगर कोई वड़ा पाव वाला एक सही जगह पर खड़ा हो जहाँ एक भूखा आदमी आए और उसे खाना मिल जाए एंड ही फील्स हैप्पी, he is successful in what he's doing. So I think any point when you started helping people and inspiring people, you're successful. Yeah, that's my definition of success.
Okay. Ma'am, talking to the same context, what is your vision for the future, both personally and professionally?
Vision, it's again a very tricky question, which I'm taking time to think. And my vision is to create something or do something, whatever it can be. It can be a book, it can be anything else which helps people get out of their fears. Because today, I'll give you one example. in my previous organization, I got a chance to go and help somebody under CSR activities. And I went to Bihar. There's a place called Sivan. I went there and I was supposed to teach them about organizational behavior, that is subject. It was some big university together. And there were a lot of children जो MBA में थे, and they're grown ups, right? And I could see the kind of dream they had in their eyes. Somebody want, if somebody wants to be, एक लड़के ने मुझे बोला, I want to be Elon Musk, and then he started laughing. I said, क्यों हंस रहे हो? Why you are laughing on that? You can be much bigger than Elon Musk tomorrow. What is holding you back? What is stopping you back? And that feeling that can I be somebody like Elon Musk or anyone in this world who can really change the world. So जो हम खुद को जो होल्ड बैक करते हैं, जो रोकते हैं, वो माइंडसेट है. My vision is to remove that mindset, and that's my vision. So I started with this topic called judgment. This is my first book where I have written how to get out of this judgment trap, because I think this is the biggest issue we all face. Today people are in depression because of this issue कि लोग क्या बोलेंगे, मैंने क्या किया, लोग मेरे बारे में क्या सोचते हैं. What is my perception in society? Think about you first. Forget about what others are thinking. First, हमारे लिए important है सोचना कि हम अपने बारे में क्या सोचते हैं, हम खुद को कितना respect देते हैं. So I think I just want to create a right mindset for people, especially our youngsters, जो कल के लिए हमारे future के लिए बहुत important है. To get out of these wrong notions of judgment, fear, and all wrong things. So I just want to, create a very open and empathetic mindset around this world, because it's important today. When everybody is so aggressive, this is really important to understand people and be empathetic. So I think that is something that I dream, and this is my vision for this world.
I'm taking the next question and the connected one about your personal and professional life. How do you stay motivated in the challenging times?
The motivation again is something which it's like food. आप हर रोज खाना खाते हो क्योंकि आपको हर रोज भूख लगती है. And motivation is also like you need every day. आप एक दिन आप बहुत मोटिवेट हो गए और फिर नेक्स्ट डे आप ऐसा नहीं होता है. आप एक दिन मोटिवेटेड हो, अगले दिन आप फिर वैसे ही मोटिवेटेड रहोगे. Motivation is very important, and I think self motivation is really, really important, and that comes with your dreams. So sometimes I say the judgment, we shouldn't judge people with their status. We should judge people on their dreams. कौन कितना बड़ा सोच रहा है. The bigger you think, the bigger you dream, the bigger vision you have for your life and for everyone else around you, that keeps you motivated. Writing book was a big motivation, because you need to write every day. कुछ लिखना है. It's a sheer hard work that you need. What motivated me, because I wanted to change this mindset of judgment. I don't like when people judge everyone. No, we all judge everyone. So let's stop judging others. The motivation to make a difference, that should come from within, and motivation should come from within, and nobody else can motivate you until you are motivated. You are motivating yourself, because you want to change something, you want to create something. So मुझे लगता है बड़े ड्रीम्स बहुत जरूरी हैं. दुनिया को चेंज करने का वो मेंटालिटी और माइंडसेट बहुत जरूरी है, क्योंकि वो आपको बहुत मोटिवेट करता है. I'm
talking about motivation, talking about personal life. Please share a moment and the importance of supportive near and dearest family, and how they have helped you to be what you are.
First of all, family is very, very important, and you something that you shouldn't and you can't ignore is family, and it's really important. Sometimes what happens when we are young and we are working, we only focus कि मेरा काम अच्छा होना चाहिए, I should get promotions and I should get recognition from my organization, and we tend to forget that there's somebody sitting at home waiting for you every day. आप कब आओगे, आप उनके साथ कब टाइम स्पेंड करोगे. So it's really important to give time to your family, and when I talk about my family, they are super supportive. What do you think today? Whatever I'm doing, because my family is supportive. My husband is like a rock who is always standing for me, and he loves when I do something, and when I really want to change the world, and he's a person who, oh, you can do that. So when somebody in your family supports you, my in-laws, because that's really important. My in-laws, I still remember, during my first child, I was on maternity leave, and I had that feeling of FOMO, that I'm missing out something. I'm not learning. मैं बच्चे पालने पड़ रहे हैं ये. And I joined IIM Jammu, and I used to leave my child with my in-laws, and I used to take classes for 3 hours, 4 hours, and then at that time my family supported me. They were so happy that I'm trying to learn something, I'm trying to gain something. So this is our family role is really important in your growth, and every family should understand that the more you grow, the actually you're taking your family with you, and you're growing as a family. So it's important both the side, from both the side. You have to take care of your family, and your family has to support you if you really want to change this world. So it's a very, very important aspect that we need in our life.
Great, great. I'm taking the next question. What is your favorite quote or mantra that inspires you?
I keep telling people to be authentic. I keep telling people to be yourself. Be your true self. Don't change. Don't change for this world, and just bring the change in the society, because we all have to bring the change. So I think the best quote which I took, which I took personally, and I really want everybody to that change starts with you. If you really want to, because we keep complaining in our life, right? ये अच्छा नहीं है, वो अच्छा नहीं है. Government is not working. Society is not working. This is not working. That is not working. He is not working. She is not working. You have to start from yourself, from you. So if you really want to bring the change, it has to start from you. It will be a small change, but that has to start from you. You have to come out of your comfort zone, and you have to start doing something. Action is actually more important than just keep saying something. So I think my favorite quote is change starts with you.
Great, great. I'm taking a light question. How do you celebrate your achievements, big or small?
I never used to celebrate before. एक चीज रिसीव एक चीज फुलफिल हो गया, and then I used to think, okay, ये तो कुछ भी नहीं है. I'll be happy when I receive when I get this. I'll be happy when I achieve this. So that mindset only kept me unhappy because ऐसा कभी नहीं होता है. Happiness again is a mindset. And so I love this word mindset, by the way, because this is everything. Happiness is a mindset, and so celebration again is a mindset. And now, if I know, for every smaller things, like publishing my book and getting a global role, or birthdays, or whatever smaller things, I do celebrate that with my family, with my kids. That gives me happiness, because sitting with my family, celebrating it together at home or somewhere. So I think the family time and celebration, because celebration is all about sharing your happiness. So for me, it's sharing my happiness with my people, and who are actually truly happy for your win. So I think that's all about celebration.
Great, great. Ma'am, going back to your book and the insight of that, please share how a person can, handle pressure of expectations from other.
Yeah, I mean, expectation is something that we face from childhood, right? बचपन से ही हमें बहुत सारे expectations होते हैं हमारी फैमिली के. मेरा बेटा मेरी बेटी बड़ी होकर ये बनेगी. सोसाइटी आपको बोल, once you started growing up, and then society will start telling you तुम्हें ऐसा जॉब होना चाहिए, ऐसे घर होना चाहिए, और ऐसे शादी करना चाहिए, और you have to. So expectation is something that will keep coming in your way, and we have to learn, we have to align that with our dreams. मैं तो ये बोलूंगी कि expectations manage करने के लिए सबसे पहले you have to be very clear what you want in from life. Once you have the self awareness कि आपको क्या चाहिए लाइफ से, आप किस तरफ जाना चाहते हैं, आप क्या करना चाहते हैं, आपके ड्रीम्स क्या है, आप क्या चेंज लाना चाहते हैं इस वर्ल्ड में, सोसाइटी में, with your deeds, with your whatever you do in your life, then you can manage expectation, as per your dream. So you have to align with yourself. Otherwise, people will keep expecting from you, and you have to understand that first you need to manage your own expectation, and then think about others.
Ma'am, moving to the next question, please share the importance of authenticity in one's personal journey.
Great question, Yogesh. Because this is something that I love. Because I was always trying to make others happy. And when I was growing up, and क्या होता है उससे कि when you try to make everyone happy around you, you change. You're not authentic in that case. So I think, and authenticity is a superpower. That's something that we have to understand. Authenticity is a superpower. Many can't have it today. When your family, your society, and everybody is trying to change you with their own expectations, government, everybody is trying to change you based on their own, comfort. So authenticity, being authentic in this world where everybody wants to change you, is a superpower. very important and very important for your journey. And when we have only rules and norms to follow, people tend to change, and everybody wants to behave you based on their comfort. So it's important actually when we grow, we have to stop pretending and who we are, and we have to embrace our true self. That's really important, to do not show somebody who you are not actually. So stop pretending and embrace your true self, because when you don't pretend, when you are the right person, when you're the true self, when you're the authentic person, you attract the right people and right opportunities in your way, and that's really important. So just to end this, authenticity is a superpower, and we all should be authentic, because when you're authentic, you attract right people and right things in your way, in your journey. And when you understand this, your life is sorted.
Great, ma'am. Ma'am, it was really great talking to you. And yes, I will take the last question and the most important. Ma'am, please share some tips from your book, The Judgment Trap, and what people can get to see in detail what tips you have, cultivated, you have described in the book. And the last message that you want to convey with The Judgment Trap to the viewers.
Yeah, I mean, I can keep talking about my book. I'm really quite passionate, and I mentioned you, Yogesh, before. This book is very personal to me, because I wrote everything which what has happened with me in this life. How I have grown from a very super underconfident, a person who used to feel I'm not at all talented. Nobody wants to talk to me. Extremely introvert. Today, I'm quite confident. I work for a big multinational company. And believe me, I till 19, 20 years of my life, I never used to speak English, and I had no clue about this language. Today, I'm in communications. I'm heading communications to a multinational company. So imagine the kind of change that you can bring to yourself, and when you start learning, when you start improving yourself. So I think that's the biggest message that I want to give to people, that if I can bring this change in me, if I can do, or you all can do this. And second thing, which I would love people read my book and understand that the judgment is a beautiful tool. Most of the time we define judgment as a negative word. Judgment is not a negative stuff. Judgment is a very a judgment is a tool which either you can use in your growth, or you can suffer with this problem. So in my book there are two fictional characters also, Mr. Bliss and Mr. Blameworth. So there are two critics जो आपके अंदर रहता है. So it's your own mind. आपके अंदर ही एक cheerleader होता है, जिसका जो मेरे बुक में एज मिस्टर ब्लिस है, और आपके ही अंदर एक क्रिटिक होता है जो हमेशा आपको पीछे खींचता रहता है, जो मेरे बुक में मिस्टर ब्लेम वर्थ है, जो हमेशा आपको ब्लेम करेगा, अरे तुमसे कुछ नहीं होगा, तुम तो यू आर गुड फॉर नथिंग. सो एंड बट आपके अंदर ही एक मिस्टर ब्लिस है जो आपको हमेशा बोलता है यू कैन डू दिस, तुमसे होगा, बस ट्राई करो, डोंट वरी, डोंट गिव अप. सो ये दो कैरेक्टर्स कैसे आपको लाइफ को लीड करते हैं, और आप कैसे इन कैरेक्टर्स को मैनेज करके, खुद को मैनेज करके, अपनी ऑथेंटिसिटी को मैनेज करके आप लाइफ में हर चीज अचीव कर सकते हैं. यू कैन बी अ सुपरमैन और सुपर वुमेन. So this book is all about managing yourself, how you can be confident just by managing your own mind, because everything is a mindset. Everything is a mindset. How you can manage judgment, जिससे हम डरते हैं, the fear of judgment, a trap, कैसे आप तोड़ सकते हैं, आप कैसे खुद ही निकल सकते हैं उससे. Nobody else is going to help you. It's until you help yourself. Lastly, I would mention this book also gives people 11 blissful techniques, strategies, कैसे आप manage कर सकते हैं अपने issues को, और how you can actually handle every issue and make it in a positive events in your life. I'm sure once you read this book, you are super confident and you're quite authentic. अगर आप आज authentic नहीं हैं, then you must read this book and you will understand that authenticity is a superpower and we all should have it.
Great, ma'am. It was really pleasure to talk to you about your book also. मैं एक बार योगीराम के जितने भी व्यूअर्स हैं मैं उनको एक बार बताना चाहूंगा. We had a really great discussion about the book and शालिनी मैम जो कि LinkedIn टॉप वॉइस ऑथर हैं, एलुमिनी हैं, I am Kozhikode and I am जम्मू, ऑथर हैं द जजमेंट ट्रैप, जिसमें मैम ने बहुत सारे जो हैं एक्शनेबल स्ट्रेटेजीज बताई हैं. इनकी लाइफ स्टोरी इन्होंने शेयर करी है. एंड यस, द एक्शन स्ट्रेटेजी जो मैम ने आज भी आपने को कुछ टिप्स बताई, यू कैन गेट इट फ्रॉम अमेजन दिस बुक एंड यू कैन गेट द इनसाइट, डिटेल में आप जो है एक्शनेबल स्ट्रेटेजीज जान सकते हैं, पढ़ सकते हैं, इंप्लीमेंट कर सकते हैं टू ओवरकम फियर एंड जजमेंट। सो थैंक्स अ लॉट मैम। अगेन आप योगीराम चैनल पे आई और आपने आपके बुक के बारे में बताया, आपकी लाइफ जर्नी के बारे में बताया, एंड यू हैव आल्सो शेयर्ड more tips and strategies about your book also.
Yogesh, thank you so much for inviting me and for a great conversation. All your questions were great, and these are questions which everyone has in their mind. वो हम बोलते नहीं हैं, but हम सब सोचते हैं. So I'm sure people will have can get lot of advantage after seeing this and can learn something from this. So thank you so much for giving me this opportunity to talk about my book. Thank you so much.
Pleasure is all mine.